Today, I wanted to talk about two great evils which can doom us for life: expectations and comparisons. When I say expectations, it's not necessarily what is expected of us, how the society expects us to be a certain way, or how our own family expects us to serve them, or how we are expected to do our duties. But it also includes our own expectations from life based of what we have heard or what we have seen, and we want the same for ourselves. So those sort of expectations, when we are very much conscious about the outcomes of our actions, or how life has to be happening a certain way, or how we should be feeling when we accomplish something, or how anyone else should be treating us, any sort of expectation that we project externally onto a life event or other people, those always end up, if not always, most often, they end up in disappointing us. And these comparisons, rooting from very small and basic similarities, and how easily we forget the differentiators, and we compare our stature, our performances, our outcomes, our results with what has been real for someone else. And these comparisons are not only to feel miserable, or not only to feel as if life has been unfair to us, or things did not happen as we had wanted them to, but also to feel superior. We also compare ourselves to others just to feel how better we are. And these comparisons are not even based off on just achievements or potential or capabilities or virtuousness, but it also extends to the silliest of things possible. And yeah, it can seem childly, and it can seem funny, it can seem, entertaining for some. Especially if you're a child, we do have these competitions with each other, that who is eating better, or who is dressing better, who has a better stationery box. But honestly, that I feel that doesn't end when we are children. It just is replaced. The same sort of competition is replaced by different objects now. We want to be competing for our material possessions and our lifestyles, feel miserable about it or feel better that, I have something better than someone else. And not just that, I have observed that people want to compare and feel better on things which are really unimportant. Like, not even unimportant. I don't even understand why that would be a topic of discussion and people would want to be competing on those aspects. It's really funny, and it happened to me quite recently. That's why I wanted to pick it up as an example here. I remember I went with a friend of mine and we were swimming in the ocean, and I think there was this big digital clock at the beach to signal whoever is inside the ocean on the timings of high tide and when to disembark out of the ocean. And it was of an actual clock, and at what time it will strike 5:30 or 6. I don't remember exactly, 5:30 or 6, and then that's the time that the high tide will be there and you have to come out of the water. And so this friend of mine, they asked me that how many minutes more are left on before the high tide and how much longer we have till we swim. And I was just having a peaceful swim of mine, and the thing is they wanted to have a conversation with me while swimming, and I just wanted to swim. I did not want to have any conversation at that point because I have felt that of course sometimes we share things that is going on in our respective lives, but a lot of times I feel that people just want to have a debate and not conversation, and then take out their phone and then Google the facts. And it has happened with me a few times now, which is pretty disturbing, and not with the same person. These are like different people who want to debate with me and then take out their phones, actively push a debate, actively push an argument, and even when I'm not trying to have that debate. So I think it was a leftover of a conversation from maybe a night before or something, and that's why they must have felt the need to further continue with it. And at that point, I just wanted to have a peaceful evening, see the sunset, and then go out and have dinner. And then they're asking me how many minutes are left, and I think I maybe I missed looking at the tens digit, and yeah, I did not pay much attention because I was like, okay, I'll just respond. And even while swimming, I have to you know respond to a conversation. And then that was a point, they just got a point to kind of debate me then and there, that that's not the time which the clock is showing. And I was kind of confused as to what's happening, and then I understood that I did not read the minutes remaining correctly. And then I got this statement not in a teasing way, like they did not mean to tease me, but in a very genuine way, in a very genuine statement. It was told to me that at least their eyes are working totally fine. And I just could not help but roll my eyes. I mean, there is a solution for that. Like, if someone does not have a proper vision, they can like wear glasses. That is an option. Like that, there's and someone to feel just better in comparison to others, in terms of what? In terms of anything. That just gives them this peace of mind that they are doing better in their lives. And I'm not against any feelings of contentment and peace. Like, of course, you should be feeling peaceful, but at the cost of this imposition on someone else that you are superior to them. Basis what? So yeah, that was a funny example that I wanted to share, that how like to what lengths comparisons have gone, and how comparisons not only just make us miserable if we don't experience an expected outcome, but also kind of feed our I don't know what was that. Anyways, so yeah, I was talking about how I find these two to be the biggest evils, and they are the biggest killjoy that we have to deal with. And it's really necessary that we manage our expectations and not give in to the way that we have been told to measure ourselves, only through comparing. And yeah, it's a very popular way to be comparing yourself versus the past self. And that's a good way to measure where you want to go and where you are heading in the desired direction or not. But I feel even that doesn't serve well most of the time, because when we are comparing ourselves from our past, usually it's always, not always, maybe like most often, it's in a negative tone, when we feel that we are not we were doing better before than now. And we just need to realize that the circumstances will always be different, and there will be a time in the future when we'll feel that yeah, we were doing the best that we could be doing right now in this moment. And there is no end to this sort of thinking. And yeah, like, it's the simplest way to deliver this message, that beware of expectations and comparisons. And let me know if you actually identify with these being the problem, and if identifying these will actually help you uh, going further in your life.